Hello and welcome to Crusader Kings III. This is going to be an achievement run. We're going to go for Land of the Rus, starting as Rurik the Troublemaker in 867. Lead your dynasty to rule the Empire of Russia. Okay, so, fairly straightforward. We have an objective, we have a person. So we have to play as Rurik Rurikid, who has this little blurb about him. Few have risen from nothingness to greatness like the brave Rurik. Together with his brothers, he brought order to the eastern wilderness, and since their deaths, he is the lone ruler of a great chiefdom. Yet, this is only the beginning. One day, Rurik's descendants will found the Tsardom of Russia. Or will they? The destiny of this great dynasty rests in your hands. Alright, it says it's easy difficulty. Culture is Norse, and we've got a faith, which is a Satru. I would guess that would be how it's pronounced. We're going to jump right in. The only game rule that I have changed, because we have to keep Iron Man on, is I've turned nudity off because obviously this is on YouTube and that's just not okay on YouTube. So, who are we? Well, we're Rurik. But who is Rurik? What's he like in person? Well, Rurik is gregarious, so that increases his diplomacy, attraction opinion, personal scheme power. Okay, so all of that seems pretty good, and people's opinion of them if they're also gregarious. He's ambitious, which is great. Increases your stress gain. Now, stress is a new mechanic, which basically if you don't do what your traits tell you to do, you're going to get stress. As far as it's been explained to me, I could have got that slightly wrong, and if I get stuff wrong in the series, let me know. We'll try and adjust, because obviously it's a new game, and we're all learning. And then we have just, so stewardship goes up, intrigue goes down, which doesn't really work with our personal scheme power, although you can scheme for things that aren't necessarily, like I'm going to stab you in the back. You could scheme like to make somebody like you. So intrigue's down, stewardship and learning are up, vassal opinion likes us because vassals like that we're just, and our opinion of just characters goes up, our opinion of arbitrary characters goes down. Fair enough. And then we're also brave on top of that. Now, I thought you could only have 3 of these, but I guess we have 4. Although this is flashing, so maybe there's a reason for that. So our martial is up, prowess is up, attraction is up. So prowess, I believe, is personal combat skill. Vassals like us, so we got a couple things where vassals like us, which is great. Likelihood of dying in battle is up, because we're charging into battle. And virtuous to Asatruans. Oh, okay, so because this is a virtue towards our religion, we get a bonus. Okay, that's cool. We are a brilliant strategist, which is the top level military education. We are an organizer, so we can move quicker, and we lose less if we retreat, which seems very much like CK2. And then quick. So this is a physical trait, so this is an inherited one, so we just basically get +1 to all stats. Oh, and we get more lifestyle experience, which I guess will help us if we go and look at lifestyles. We have a child as our heir. I mean, he's not really a child, he's 17. So we probably need to find him someone to marry, because he's around that age. Arrogant, greedy, and stubborn. Okay, well, we'll see what we can do about that. And we can have 3 concubines because of our religion. So if I have a look at our religion here, can I see it in more detail? Yeah, there we go. So we have Ancestor Worship. So we get prestige from level of splendor for newborns goes up. Okay, so it appears that the things you inherit from the the things you inherit from your ancestors goes up. The things you inherit from people you marry ancestors go up. So the prestige, effectively. Maximum long reign bonus has gone up. So if you rule for longer, people are happier. Okay, and then characters of this faith gain an additional bonus upon successful completion of a pilgrimage. Okay, and all close family members like each other. That's cool. There's some human sacrifice. Alright, and we got a new Casus Belli for that, so a new reason to declare war for raiding. And Warmonger. At peace opinion instead of offensive war opinion. Okay, so I assume in the base game, offensive wars will cause people to dislike you. This one is if you're at peace, people will dislike you. And it'll stack at the amount of time you've been at peace. Okay. Rulers have a conquest Casus Belli against neighboring rulers. Well, that's great. We can also use an invasion Casus Belli once per lifetime. If one exists, the head of the faith can declare great holy wars. Do we have a head of faith? It says it's unreformed, so I would assume if it's the same as CK2, we don't. And members of the clergy can serve as commanders or champions. Okay, cool. Sins are deceitful, craven, and forgiving, and virtues are wrathful, brave, and vengeful. I get an idea of what kind of stuff we're going on here. It's male-dominated, pluralist, and theocratic. Okay. It all seems fairly straightforward to us here, I think. Right. So let's head... So where are holy sites? Can I see? Oh, it's just not showing up, so I guess we... Or is the game crashed? It's looking like we may have a crash here. Oh, there we go. Right, holy sites. Not quite a crash, but like definitely hanging. I've had a few bits of that in my short time playing, which is a little unfortunate. So it doesn't really show where these are on the map, or... Oh, right, it's because they're so far away. That's why it doesn't show them. So we have 3 here, which are already held by our religion. Then we have 1 up here, which isn't controlled by us, and 1 there. So I assume everything else is controlled by us. Well, not by us directly, but by our religion. We share religion with the people over there. Awesome. So we probably want to try and grab those at some point, but that is going to mean that we're going to have to go significantly further over to the west here, which isn't necessarily our objective. Okay, well, it's a potential. Now, our objective is to create the Empire of Russia. So if we have a look here, that's the Empire of Russia. How do we get the Empire of Russia? Well, first of all, we're going to have to get the a kingdom, right? Because we need 2 king. Well, if I go up here, it actually told us directly what we needed, and it's a better way of showing it. We need 71 de jure counties, which is about 80% of that, which I believe is the same as in Crusader Kings II. You need 500 gold, which we have. Unlikely to have it all the time, though. And then kingdom titles requires 2, which we have 0. Okay. So what about where we are now? So what is... It's... back to this one. So is de jure part of the Kingdom of Novgorod, which we have all of. So we could right now become a king. Because right now we're just a mere duke. What does becoming a king give us? I'm not 100% sure. If it's the same as Crusader Kings II, it's just a way of organizing your vassals, which seems unnecessary for us right now, but it could be more necessary the larger we become. What kind of things does it suggest we should do? Choose a lifestyle. Well, we have a martial education. We're very leaning towards martial, so I would suggest that we go here. And in fact, we've almost finished the strategist one. So I believe the way this works, but I haven't tested it, is that you gain XP, like you gain this martial XP. It gives you a perk, you get the perks, and then you can level up through it. And then these 3 are all separate things. We could take Chivalry, so we have to do Honor, which would be interesting. It gives us straight advantage, which is good if we're leading armies, which I think we will be. Yeah, let's go Chivalry focus. Cool. We'll see how that affects us. Right. Head back here. You can also reset perks. Ah, you gain a ton of stress though, but then you can completely change how your character is. Okay, potentially could be useful. We have an unmarried heir. Well, somebody should marry him. Now, remembering what we read about our religion here, we go into our religion, Ancestor Worship. So, prestige from level of splendor when getting married goes up. So if we can find somebody who has a high level of splendor, that would be good. Now, do I know how to find level of splendor on this thing? Yes, I do now, because if I hover over here, we can see level of splendor is obscure for a couple of these ones. So can I sort by level of splendor? Prestige gain? So I guess that would mean that you have a... Yeah, so you have an insignificant level of splendor, so you're higher. I see. Are you 22 years old? You look like you're 3. Let me click here. Oh no, you look a lot older on that picture. Okay, that's fine. And you are from somewhere completely... is this you're a godless blackguard or blackguard? So they will act against you and others according to their personality, which is primarily determined by our personality traits. Oh, okay. So that doesn't really tell us too much. So they're cynical, arbitrary, and humble. Okay, I see, and a fortune builder. So we could marry them, which would get us something. Is there anybody else? You're noteworthy? Okay, I like noteworthy. That sounds good. What's our culture? Our culture is Norse. Okay, so we could marry a fellow Norse person here. Although we only have 122. Is there anybody who's got like a... Now, there are not many people who have a good level of splendor. Okay. Well, because it's our son, we probably want him to just marry someone he can have children with immediately. So maybe I'll sort by age instead. Can we sort the other way? Oh, I guess if I click that one. There we go. And then go down to roughly around the right age. And then see if there's anybody in this age group that works. We're looking around the same age. So like 17-ish. What does that mean? That the green that we saw there? It's completely gone from the thing. There was somebody who had green on here. Ah, there we go. What does that mean? Health is good. Oh, okay. Health is fine. But this one's is actually good. Okay. I don't entirely know the difference, but that's fine. I believe that these empty flags are lowborn, so they're probably not important people. Okay. So, we have a lot of lowborn options, but not many highborn options. Okay. Oh, 16. We got a few. So we got obscure, 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 obscure. I think we're only getting obscure here. So let's just find somebody with alright traits then. Do we have anybody who has any genetic traits that look good? I can't see anything immediate. Not that I entirely know what they look like, but that's okay. I want to marry one of these people. So have we got a Norse person? We got a Polish one. This would get us an alliance with Lower Silesia, potentially. Okay, and this person has claims on a whole bunch of stuff. You know what? I would love to marry her. Pritz... Zex. Okay, somebody can tell me how that's pronounced later. We're going to marry her. Stats don't look amazing, but hey, whatever. We're going to marry her. How do we do that? Alright, you select them directly. Cool. That seems good to me. We're not going to use matrilineal. They will accept because they desire an alliance with us. That's their main reason, is they desire an alliance. Okay, sure. We'll send a proposal over. We'll see whether they accept that. So that's that one done. Above domain limit. You're one holding above your domain limit of 4, which will reduce your taxes and levies. Okay. So can I see my domain limit? Yes, so it's in the top right. So because we're a duke, we get +2. But if I was to become a king, that would give us extra domain limit. That would then mean that we could hold an extra title. Or, which I think sounds good, right? We spend 250 gold. It's going to cost us gold anyway to be holding on to it. I'm going to create the title. We are a king. You are now a mighty king. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, we're a mighty king. Okay, sure. We have issues. Now, these issues are kind of like suggestions the game gives you. So let's have a look. I'm just thinking whether we've got anything else that we need to worry about here. I don't think so. Oh, we've got our words. The spirit of the horse grant us faith. Now, we could also just pick somebody and just attack them. Like Vodi here. They appear to just be all alone with their one title. They got 200 men. Us, we have 1,500. In my world, we win. So I'm going to pick a fight. I don't know what we're doing. I've never declared a war in this game. So let's go. So what do I want to do? Invade Kingdom. Kingdom is a title ranking below an empire and above a Dutch. Oh, because it's... so that's our invasion CB. Okay, wait a second. So that is if we were to go back to our... Yes, if we go back to this... it was in here somewhere. Warmonger. Yes, so you can invade... It was yeah, so you can use invasion CB once per lifetime. So that would allow us to invade the kingdom title, of which they hold one province. However, that's not sensible because they only hold one province. We would ideally, if we were wanting to invade a kingdom, we want to pick someone like Estonia here, right? Where we could get the entire kingdom in one war, potentially. Something like that. Or Minsk. But Vodi, you're an easy target. So, we can raid for captives, conquer duchy, conquer county. So what's this one? My level of fame is less than illustrious. So does that not allow me to do that? Okay, let's declare a war here. It costs us... We only need the county anyway. Or we could subjugate. But again, our level of fame is not high enough for that. Okay, so we're just going to declare for a county, which is okay. If we win, we get the contested title. And then we gain some fame. Awesome. Let's go. Now, how do I raise troops? A major problem in these games. I'm guessing I go in here and I click raise all armies. Have we raised... It says that we have 4. That does not seem correct. We have 115 unraised troops. How do we do this? Gathering 6 days left. Oh, is this gathering the rest of them? So if I wait, we're going to get an army. Let's see. Ah, there we go. We're gathering. And I got an achievement. Ah, fantastic. I assume for becoming a king. Okay, so we'll gather up. So that's a little bit different. Greetings, King Rurik of Riki. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Your son and heir, Helgi, and my sister, Pritz, we'll call her Pritz, will be joined in holy matrimony. May Rod grant them long life and many children. I don't know what he has to do about it, but that's okay. Right. So are we still gathering? 1 day left. Okay, so that explains some stuff. Also explains some stuff in one of my test games, but that's okay. We have a commander. It is us. Why would we ever change that? I'm going to tell them to head over here. So there's a ford. What's that do? So we have a better army commander, and we have more soldiers. So we're going to win. Okay, do it. Our son is married. That seems great. Yeah, I never looked at my council, but you know what? That's a problem for people who look at their councils. We are going to merely march in at speed 4. I could show you what speed 5 is like with the game. Here you go. Here's speed 5. We're already in the battle. It's a little quick. We might go to speed 4. Speed 5 seems like a I'm at peace and I don't want speed kind of thing. So we have superior quality troops. They have elite quality. Is elite higher than superior? It looks to be, because it looks like superior is four squares, while theirs is 4 squares and lines between them. Okay, we both have 4 champions, but the thing is, it doesn't matter how good their troops are. We have 7 times their numbers, which, I mean, it's a victory. Cool. I think I'm going to chase them. Okay. They're shattered retreating, so we'll keep chasing them. And they're continuing to shattered retreat, so we'll keep chasing them. And now they're heading out here. Oh, we're actually going to catch them. We caught them again. They don't have a lot of morale. We gain the trait Wounded. That's not good. 2 victories. So Wounded is -1 martial, 1 intrigue, prowess, and a severe health penalty. Is the game on no, the game was paused. It was just popping up these one by one. And we caught a hostage as well. Oh, the hostage was the leader. Oh, well, I think Vodi's mine. Yes, I will offer peace and enforce demands. You gain 75 fame. Yeah. Enforce demands. To the cocky King Rurik, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Nice. So be it. So Vodi is now ours, which is great. We're above our domain limit again. County control. If the control is low in a county, you will get less out of it. Okay. So to increase your control, you go to council view, assign your marshal to increase control in the county. I understand. I get the concept. So if we have a look here, we'll see our control is 25, which means our levies and tax goes down. I'm probably going to give that away to somebody anyway, but not right this second. Okay. We got some notable guests arriving while we were here. So Elimur would make an accomplished commander. Yeah, he's got pretty good martial. Okay. How do I recruit you? Recruit to court. How much does it cost? 6 gold. Alright. Who else have we got? Imahil. He would make an accomplished commander. Sure, Imahil. What's this? You're a reaver. Oh, okay. I'll recruit you to my court. Wonderful. Right, so we now got all of those going. I think I want to disband my troops. So if I go here, is it still X to disband? Disband army. Let's try X. No. Okay, there's no hotkey. Disband. Cool. So they just... Oh dear, they got snapped. Well, didn't tell me Thanos was in this game. Right, now we need to give away this title, Vodi. Now, if I check prestige, it doesn't tell... Oh, there's my breakdown. Oh, we're under our concubine limit, so people hate us. We need to fix that. I guess the next thing that we need to do, potentially... I was just checking with... These tooltips annoy me, by the way. I just want to point out that they seem to jump all over the place and let you just move your mouse off them, which I would prefer if it didn't, but I'll see if there's an option in the settings somewhere to, like... There's probably tooltip delay or something. But yeah, so I think what I want to do... I was going to give it to my son, because my thought was it would give me an unlanded sun penalty, but if it doesn't give me an unlanded sun penalty, I guess what I will do is I'll just give it to a random person in my court. So I'll go court. I guess I want to find my courtier. So, hey, how about Imahil here? Actually, no, the other guy was slightly better, weren't you? Nah, actually, this guy seems slightly better overall in stats. He's chaste, greedy, and zealous. I am going to grant you a title. I am going to grant you Vodi. Okay. Oh, and you can get it to show any recent titles? That's really useful. Okay. Yeah. There are no titles. I select this one. His opinion of me goes up by 40 for 50 years. He becomes my vassal. And the penalty for being above your domain limit will be reduced. I really like that it tells you the consequences of your actions. That's huge. Yeah, grant titles. Wonderful. So we have made him our vassal. He loves us. We've now got some issues that we can look at. But you know what? I think that was a very successful first episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, then please consider liking, subscribing, all that sort of stuff. It really helps the channel grow, the series grow, and is very important for a new game like this. I also have another series out, which is the Eager English, which started about an hour ago, hopefully, depending on when this video goes out. And it would be great if you go and watch that as well and give your support there, as both series are going to be running in parallel, and I'm going to be trying different things with both of them. This one's much more of a war-focused one. The other one is much more of a survival as a small count sort of thing. The other thing I want to say is I do have an affiliate link for Crusader Kings II in my description, so if you want to support the channel, that is another option for you. I'm not going to go through any of this spiel in future videos, so this is the only time you'll hear it. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Goodbye!